I'm waiting for others to join. We'll start in a minute. Okay, I guess those were not available in yesterday's session also. So not joining today. Let's proceed. So I hope this is clear till here, guys. We are working on 3 machines. We tried pinging, we tried reset. From this reset, we came to know that this is going directly. However, my requirement is that this traffic should go from VM2, which is 10.0.0.7. Okay. Now, how to achieve that? How to do UDR? We have been discussing from UDR, but how to set up that? Let's go to portal. In portal, if you type UDR, you won't get anything. But what you want is route tables. So this is what we are looking for. Route tables. Exactly, if you type UDR, you're not going to get anything. So you create a route table. Click on create. You should get a portal here. Select your subscription. Select your resource group. Can anyone guess at what level a UDR applies? In machine level, subnet level, what do you think? Where does it apply? Use the same region where your machines are. So I guess our machines are in East US. Yes, guys, anyone? Where does it apply? UDR? Anyone, guys?
IP level.
Subnet level. Good guess though. That's fine. Guesses are fine because if we haven't discussed that, I'm okay with it. But just wanted to see your approach. So all our machine is in East US. I'm going to East US then. I'll give any name, UDR 001 or something like this. Okay. This we'll discuss later, or we can't. We don't even have to discuss. That is fine. It's not that important. What are important things that we'll discuss? Creating UDR, not a big deal. You saw 2 clicks, 2 names, and your UDR is ready. Configuration of UDR, that is something we have to see. The moment it is created, we'll see. It is running the validation first. Let it run validation. Once validation is done, we'll create it and then we'll start configuring it. Meanwhile, let's just go to these machines. I hope you have understood it, what we are trying to do. We tried pinging this machine number 8 from this machine 4. It went pinged correctly. Then we checked the route. The route was very simple, direct, nothing in between, direct from here to here. And that is not what we want. How we want? If we want this to come here, this we can achieve using UDR technology, and UDR we are configuring using a service called route table. I hope it is clear to you, to everyone. Okay. So validation passed, we are creating. Portal looks a bit slow today. It doesn't take it this long, but it's fine. We'll wait. Okay. It's almost done, guys. Okay. I'll go to resource. I can go it from here directly, or a similar method. I'll go to route table search. There's an existing route table in Amit's group. I'll have to check why do we have that, or I'll delete that and see if it is usable. This is the route table we created in Hussein's group. This is one we are practicing on. We could have used. Why didn't I use this one? Can anyone tell me? Why didn't I use this UDR, which is already there?
Because of the region.
Sorry. Different region. Yes,
You
got
might
the
have
answer.
to.
It is in different region. That is the main reason. Group and everything, that doesn't matter to me. It is in different region. Our machines are in East US. This route table, it is in Central US. Hence, I had to create a new one in East US. Otherwise, I would have used the same one. That is technical reason. And the other thing, I wanted to show it to you. How is it created? So this is created now, guys. What are the three key things you think it is required whenever we are defining a route? It's not only Azure, forget technology. You want to define a route. I'm telling you कि यार एक trip plan करनी है, define the route. What is the key question you will ask? मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये रास्ता decide करके बताओ मुझको. What is the key question you will ask?
Source and destination.
Exactly. Destination, source, those are the things you will ask me. ठीक है. Defining the route is my responsibility. But unless I tell you the source and destination, does it make any sense? So you will ask source and destination. Now, what is the source? Source is something from where the request is coming. In our case, what is the source on those three machines? What is the source? Out of these three machines, what is the source? Which machine is the source? Yes, guys. Which machine is the source? What do you understand by source, by the way? Yeah, you're correct. Got an answer in chat. Yes, Hussein, what is the source? Asif bhai, what is the source?
The first one.
Asif bhai, are you getting it? Or you lost? Could not hear you, Asif bhai. समझ में आ रहा है क्या आपको? आवाज नहीं आ रही आसिफ भाई आपकी. Guys, do not hesitate to answer. Right? गलत है, सही है. This is not the interview. It's completely fine. आप गलत भी आंसर दो ना. I'm completely okay with it. We are here to correct. Yes, Hussein, by the way, you are correct. And the answer is also correct in the chat. This is our source. यहाँ से हम request भेज रहे हैं. So this is our source. Now, destination. What is the destination, guys? Yeah, simple. It's VM3. This is my host, this is my source, this is my destination. So now let's go to portal and configure it. So source, I told you, where is it applying? We cannot have a machine level source. Source आपका हमेशा होगा subnet. भाई इस subnet के 100 machines पे मुझको ये route table लगाना है. So this is how you can do it. So my machine 1, it is in Hussein virtual network and default subnet. I did it and clicked. So now my source has been configured, guys. Are you getting it? Now that machine 1001, it is by default a part of this UDR. Okay. I hope this is clear to you. Then routes. I have to decide route. A route name, I'm giving you XYZ, any name you can give. Now route, guys, can be IP address based. The CIDR range, itne mein se ja sakta hai. Or maybe a service tag also, that all requests which are coming for internet वगैरह service tag we have discussed when we discussed NSG and ASG. If someone who's not getting service tag concept, watch that video again. Okay, so I am here talking about IP address. Then what I have to type the destination IP address. What is the destination in this case? Virtual machine 3. Okay, 10.0.0.8. This is the destination I have. So this is the destination IP address I have. Okay. I have to give CIDR range also, I guess. Okay. Then we have next hop. Wait, first let me give the IP address. Yeah. I'm not going to explain why I use 32. We have thoroughly discussed CIDR. If you are not understanding it, go through those videos. Still, if you don't get it, ask me, I'll explain it again. But get this question in your mind that why I use CIDR 32. Okay. So guys, this is, we are discussing our destination. With route, we are discussing our destination also. Source, we have already discussed at subnet level. Under route, this is my destination. Now you're saying that this is only one virtual machine. I want to decide that every request goes, which goes for internet, that should go through this record. Then what will I do? Then you can use this one. I told you, service tags, right? Under service tag, you can select maybe internet or something you will have here. It's a long list of, you will get internet and everything you will get, that any request going here, any request going there. So all requests which are going to internet, that should follow this route. But in this case, the internet is not the case. Our destination is single virtual machine. So I will select IP address. I'll give the IP address of that machine. Next hop. Next hop का मतलब होता है, the next hop means ये request कहाँ से जानी चाहिए. This is your route you are defining. So in the case of hub and spoke, in the case of hub and spoke, guys, I want all requests to go from this VNet, from the virtual network. So if it is a hub and spoke, my next hop will be virtual network. This is the virtual network. If I want to route traffic using some virtual network gateway, we have discussed what is virtual network gateway. This will be my hop. If my requirement is to go every request from internet, even this communication between these two machines should happen within internet, through internet, then I will have to select internet. But for internet, it should be a public IP. Internet, it is out of scope as of now. But what is our requirement in this case? That all requests which are going from machine 1, this is machine 1, to machine 3, all these requests as of now are happening directly, but they should go through machine 2. Now, what is this machine 2? It is an appliance. It can be a virtual machine. It can be a router. It can be a hardware. It can be a small software. It can be everything. So that is called appliance. So I select here virtual appliance. And here it is asking me the IP address of my next hop. So which IP address will I give here, guys? Which IP address will I use here?
The one which ends with 08, third machine.
The middle one.
I think Suraj, you joined a little bit late here, second session. But it's good. I'm expecting answers. Yes, 07 I got. That is correct answer. This is our source, Suraj. We are sending a request from this machine. This machine's IP is 004, I guess. From 04,
yes,
our target machine is 08. Now requests are going like this directly from 04 to 08. My requirement is request should go from 04 to 07 and 08, something like this, right? So this 04, we already defined our 04, our source, using subnet. We use subnet where we already covered कि हाँ ये 04 subnet में आ गया. Our destination is 08. We discussed that here under destination. Because as of now, we are only talking about one machine, hence I have the IP address. If I'm talking about multiple virtual machines, I can change the CIDR or I can use the service tag. I can do that. And this question is, where should it go from? Which is the middleware.
Okay, yeah, next hop address, right?
Yes. So the address is
07.
07.
Got it.
I've been repeating, guys, I'm not at all interested if you're answering correct or incorrect. This is not your interview. Make sure you answer. Because if you answer, even if you're incorrect, we'll explain it again and ultimately you will get it. But do answer that. So we are adding it. It takes some time. I mean, it has been added, but it takes some time to replicate everything. Now we have our user defined route in place. Now all requests from machine 1 to machine 3 should go from machine 2. That should happen in some time. We will check that. Before we do that, I will explain it one more time. This is our UDR that happens through route table. Under route table, we have to define few things. One is our source. Source cannot be a single virtual machine. You have to add that subnet where you have multiple virtual machines, or maybe a single machine. Even if it is a single machine, you have to add a subnet. वो machine आपका जिस subnet का part है ना, उस subnet को add कर लो. Okay, that subnet. Then under route, you define your this is your destination and this is your next hop. In this case, we are just talking machine to machine, hence it is virtual appliance, hence this is an IP. If we are talking in large scale, it could be some internet destination, it could be some virtual network also. Virtual network like this. This example we were discussing, here I said all requests coming from these 4 virtual networks should go from this virtual network. All the spoke VNet virtual network requests should go from hub virtual network. This is how it should route. In that case, instead of virtual appliance, you will select virtual network. Okay. Configuration, if you want to check the propagate gateway routes, this applies when we have on-prem thing. So we are not discussing this. I told you this in very beginning that there are plenty of options. We will be discussing only those options which are in day-to-day use, which can be asked in an interview, which are good to know and need to know. Okay, so I think it has been done. Let's see. I mean, it has been configured already, but it takes some time to apply in background. We can give it a try. Okay. Very first thing I'll try. If I am able to ping 0.0.8, it is not pinging. One thing we have to deal here. I hope that is the issue here. One thing I missed here. IP forwarding. Okay, because machines by default, this machine, the machine number 2nd, which is our next hop, this doesn't know that I have to do something. Where did we configure? We configured on machine say 0, this one, source machine 04. We configured machine 08. But our middleware, it doesn't know it has to do something like this. Normally, we never use a virtual machine, by the way, for this one. Okay, हमेशा एक network appliance होता है, and most of the time it is a router. Router does all these things. For practical and for better understanding, I have taken machine. So what simply I have to do is I have to go to that machine, which is our next hop. I have to go to that machine. This is my next hop, right? Networking. The NIC of that machine. This is the NIC, which is network interface card. IP. And the IP forwarding, the traffic forwarding. Do you want this to be forwarded? Yes, we want this machine to forward traffic. Now this machine knows that the traffic needs to be forwarded. So hopefully this is the only error we have. If not, we'll have to continue the practical next session. But let's see. I'll try ping again. We'll give some time. Let's wait for a minute or so. So these are the machines. Let's see if it is pinging. It is still not pinging. Let's say if we are able to find, no, it is request timeout. If it is not pinging, it is very obvious that we are not going to find a trace set. Let me see the configuration. In 5-10 minutes, we'll see if we are able to figure it out. If not, we'll do it in next session. This is, I guess, fine. We have to just troubleshoot on our route table. Sorry. Route table. Okay, I see one more route table is there. If this is not working now, guys, we will have to do it in next session. But I hope you have understood the logic. Let's switch it to no and see if it works. If it doesn't work, I will do the troubleshooting offline and I'll let you know, guys, what has happened here. But still, let's see. Ensure you have IP4 and virtual appliance. You can enable this by okay, we have done this. IP address, it's fine. We have given the n.0.0.8 virtual appliance. Next hop 10.0.0.7. It is fine. Have it is still not pinging, guys. We have to see where is the connection break. If it pings, then only we are going to get our result. It is associated to our correct subnet. Hussein, did you create one Bastion's UDR? I see one extra UDR here.
No, I haven't. I haven't done.
I saw one Bastion subnet. Let's see. Now I've removed the associated group and I'll see if it is pinging again. It is pinging.
I don't remember.
No, that's
Yes,
fine,
I
but
might have done.
no, that's okay. That's okay. No, but pinging is not solving our problem. We have to check the tracer. Pinging is fine. That we can achieve. Are we going?
Just one question.
Yes. No. It's not yet set up. See, it is still going directly. What I want to go it from 07. Yes. Ask. What is the question?
Is it all the three VMs in the same VNet? They are in same VNet, right?
Yes, they are in same minute.
Okay.
You can have them in different VNet also. But then you will have to do the VNet pairing and everything. But that is
I've tried that.
that is not the practical of today. And your next hop should be VNet then. One issue here could be that they all are in same subnet. VNet is fine. So what we are going to do, guys, I will have to if you have time now, we can create 2 machines. Or let's one quick question, by the way. Can we change the subnet? Can we change the subnet of a machine? Yes, yes. Can we change the subnet of a machine? Okay, it is still not pinging. Fine. My question is here, what I want to see is all these 3 machines are in same subnet. What I want to do, keep them in separate subnet and then try. Now my question is, can I change the subnet? The machine is already there up and running. Can I change the subnet? That is the question. Always, you are going to get these questions for sure. See, for me, it's fine if I'm not even understanding this, because we are not working on portal most of the time. Okay, but if you're claiming that you are from implementation team or admin team, these questions will be asked to you. So now under Hussein, what is the address space we have? Let me check. 16. How many subnets do we have? Default. So let me create one more subnet. I just name it subnet 1. Yes, guys, I'm still waiting for the answer. My question is, all my 3 machines are in default subnet. For some reason, for this practical, I think that is the reason it is not working. But for this practical purpose or maybe business purpose, anything, I want to change this one, these 2 machines to different subnets. I want to get one machine here in subnet 1 and another machine in subnet 2. So 3 machines, 3 subnets. That is what I want. Is it possible? You see, this is what I'm talking about, Hussein. Bashan UDR. I am not sure where we are getting this from. The UDR which we created, it has name like XYZ. And this is following some other UDR. We'll come to that. My question against is same. Yes, guys, possible to change subnets? Anyone?
I haven't tried, but I think so. It should allow us.
Let's try it today. See, this is the reason if you keep practicing, if you do practical, you start one practical and you will get some another issue. You start one practical, you will get some another issue. This will happen and this will give you learning. And by the way, we can change subnet. Now, I'm not sure if we have to switch off the machine. We'll have to switch off the machine. We'll see. But we can change it for sure. VNet, we cannot change. Virtual network, we cannot change. For virtual network, we'll have to remove the machine completely. You see? But my virtual machine associated will be restarted to utilize the subnet. Did you guys get the answer at least to this one? You can change the subnet. Downtime is required. In interview question, this is how you can answer. Downtime is needed. You can do this. But changing VNet, that is not possible. I mean, there are other ways. There are, what do you say, workarounds. But directly switching VNet like we are doing for subnet, that is not possible. The same thing I am going to do for the next machine also. Now my IP addresses are being changed, right? Will I have same IP address, guys, now? 10.0.0.8. If I have changed my subnet, is my IP address going to same or is it going to change?
It is dynamic.
No, forget dynamic. Even my range, will it be same? Forget dynamic and static. Understand one thing guys, this is my default range. एक सबनेट था उसमें ये रेंज था, मेरा दूसरा रेंज ही है 10.1.0.0. So IP address has to change irrespective of dynamic or static, because the moment I create a new subnet, मेरा IP का range change हो जाता है.
हाँ वो तो होगा क्योंकि साइडर चेंज हो रहा है.
Right, you're changing the CIDR, you're changing the subnet, everything, so that has to be changed. And that is changed, so I'll have to make some changes in my UDR also. So if I go to my route table, my source machine is still there. Okay. My source machine is still a part of that same subnet. So I'm not changing that. My source will be under subnet. This is my source. It is fine. Route destination where my machine is going. Now IP address must have changed. Now it is not anymore 8. And even my next hop address has been changed. So first thing, I will go ahead and check what are these addresses. So this is my destination machine. I'll check what address this machine has. Yeah, you see guys, 10.0.2.4. Initial the range was 0.70.4. Now we have got the range of 2.4. Sorry, this is my destination machine. And then my next hop machine, which is my 002, this must have changed to 0.1. something, 4 maybe. Here it is, 10.0.1.4. First range is 10.0.0.0. Second range is 10.0.1.0. Third range is 10.0.2.0. अब उसमें IPs यहाँ पर change होते होंगे. I will have to go and enable the IP forwarding on the next hop machine, which we already did. But because we have changed the subnet and everything, I just want to be sure that it is still there. So I will go once to that machine, networking. Here, and I'll see if IP enable, it's forwarded is enabled. So it is enabled. I'll go back to my machines again. And I'll try to ping. I am not going to my, not opening the other machines, guys, as of now. Okay. I hope you have got the concept. Now the host machine, the source machine is same. But what has changed are destination machine. So first thing, let's see if it is pinging. It is still not pinging. So that must be something to it has something to do with that bastion thing. I will check that. And whenever I find the issue, not immediately, maybe in the evening, I'll work on this. When I find the issue, I'll send the findings in group. Using that, you can try creating and try this UDR practical. If not work, if it is not working for you, then we will do the same thing in next session. And if you are able to do it successfully, we are not going to repeat it. Clear, guys?
Okay.
Okay. I'll stop the session. So I'll troubleshoot on this. There are hardly 1 or 2 settings we will have to change. Once I figure it out, once I find it, I'll share it to you. I'll share it with you. So try the practical. If you guys are able to do it successfully, I'm not going to repeat it here. Okay. This is something which is causing some issues, some bastion subnet is there, which is conflicting the issue in route table. So I'll have to create it from scratch, or I'll have to check the settings here. I'll share the findings with you on WhatsApp. Using those similar settings, you try doing this at your end. If it works for you, I will not show the practical again. We'll move to the next topic. If you guys are still not able to perform a successful practical, then in our next session, we will do it. Is it clear to everyone? Yes, guys, anyone has any questions on this? What about others?
No questions from my side, Solveig.
Okay, just give me 1 minute. We have 2 minutes. I'm trying to see if we can figure it out right away. Instead of the machine, I am trying to put whole subnet range. So this is how you will learn, guys. If you Hussein, that's okay. If you know, do it. And if you get the answer properly, share it in the group. Well and good. What could be better than this?
I guess we need to enable the IP forwarding on the on the hop machine
We
through
did that.
PowerShell.
We enabled. We did enable the this one, right? No, you do it through PowerShell or you do it manually. It's same one and same thing.
One instant.
We did do the IP forwarding enable. Still, you guys check at your end. 10.0.2.4. Yes, we are doing it. Ensure the IP forwarding is enabled on your virtual machine. You can enable this by navigating to respective network interface, IP address setting. We have done that. Routes we have defined, subnets we have defined. So this is fine. Configuration is also fine. Must be something which is missing here. I'll go ahead. I'll check that. I'll share the details with you. If you are able to do it, well and good. We'll move to next topic. If not, in next session, whenever we have, I'll show a successful practical here for this one. Okay, guys, I'll close the session. See you in next session whenever we have it. I'll communicate with you.